Research on pattern recognition method of online English education based on feature self-learning from 段小潇 and 段平. Keywords: feature self-learning, English online education, pattern recognition. Abstract: aiming at the problem of low accuracy of pattern recognition in online English education, a pattern recognition method based on feature self-learning is proposed. Using feature self-learning algorithm and convolution neural network, the feature extraction model of online English education is established, and the basic features and depth features of online English education are extracted. Z-transform is introduced to standardize the feature data set of English online education, and Laplace gradient function is used to clean the wrong and missing data of English online education features. The fuzzy logic theory is used to infer the important parameters of English online education. According to the determined characteristic and parameter values of English online education, the difference between the characteristics and parameter values of English online education is calculated, and the mode of English online education is identified. The experimental results show that this study of English online education pattern recognition method can identify all the patterns of English online education, and English online education pattern recognition accuracy is high. Introduction: the deep integration of education and information technology has been the focus of our country for a long time, and the government has also issued many relevant policies to support online education. In this context, with the rapid development of online education, online learning has gradually become a common way of learning. Compared with traditional education, online education has advantages of unlimited time, geographical location, and resource sharing. However, due to the late start of online education in China, there is a certain gap compared with developed countries. At the same time, there are also some problems such as the lack of monitoring and management of the platform. The same education mode and many networks only stay at the level of resource sharing. Pattern recognition method as a method to determine whether the element, the discriminated object, belongs to a certain set, a certain state, has been widely used in various fields. For pattern recognition methods at home and abroad, key areas: the distance discrimination method, various clustering analysis methods, artificial neural network, and support vector machine methods have been developed. However, the pattern recognition method of the above research does not consider the relationship between the classification features. In fact, there is a certain relationship between the extracted classification features. Therefore, the above research is not perfect, more or less has certain defects, which seriously restricts its further application in various fields. At present, many disciplines have adopted online education mode for teaching, among which English online education mode has the highest similarity, and it is difficult to judge which education mode is the most effective. Therefore, this paper introduces the feature self-learning algorithm, makes use of its excellent feature extraction ability for deep subspace and the advantages of running time to study the pattern recognition method of English online education, and puts forward the research topic of pattern recognition method of English online education based on feature self-learning. Establish the feature extraction model based on the feature self-learning. Based on the data collected by the mobile terminal, the basic features of English online education are obtained by simple calculation. Convolution neural network further processes the features of basic English online education and extracts the depth features of English online education based on the feature self-learning algorithm. The feature extraction model is established. The whole framework is generally composed of 4 parts as Figure 1. This is Figure 1, feature extraction model. In the feature extraction model of English online education shown in Figure 1, the feature self-learning algorithm needs convolution in convolution neural network to get the features of English online education. In order to solve the problem, a basic artificial feature time series is composed of the sampling points of the English online education mode segment and the time sequence relationship. The convolution neural network is divided into 2 steps to pull the feature sequence. Firstly, the 2D convolution network is used to map the sequence features, and the pooling layer is used to compress them. Then the 1D convolution is performed on the compressed sequence, and the 1D depth features are obtained by pooling again. The convolution process is as Figure 2. Pooling is another important operation in convolutional neural network processing. It can compress the feature maps generated after convolution. There are 2 common pooling strategies, maximum and average. Using the maximum pooling policy, the maximum value in the activation unit is used as a pooling output. Using average pooling policy, the average value of the activation unit is used as output. The feature self-learning algorithm calculates the features of basic English online education, and then uses convolution neural network to learn the features of basic English online education based on PHF. Finally, the algorithm returns depth features for further processing. The calculation process is as follows. 1. Input English online education segment. 2. Extract the features in the fragment. 3. Set the threshold the segment feature extraction. 4. According to the threshold, extract the features of English online education segments repeatedly. 5. Output the basic feature extraction results of English online education segment. Based on the above contents, the feature extraction of English online education is completed. According to the features of English online education extracted in Feature 1, the feature database of English online education can be constructed, and the English online education mode can be identified according to the features of English online education. Experiment and analysis. In order to verify the pattern recognition method of English online education in this study, a comparative experiment is used to verify the pattern recognition method of English online education in the environment of Ubuntu 14.04, CUDA 7.5, and TensorFlow. The pattern recognition method of English online education in this study is recorded as experimental group A. The traditional pattern recognition method of English online education is recorded as experimental group B. This paper determines the formula for calculating the correct rate of pattern recognition type in English online education, and compares 2 groups of pattern recognition methods from subjective and objective perspectives to identify the effect and the correct rate of English online education mode. Experimental preparation. Based on this experiment, The online English education courses of a certain platform are divided into 4 modes: teaching mode based on collective learning, teaching mode based on individual learning, teaching mode based on group learning, and improvement mode based on asynchronous teaching and self-study guidance. Among them, the teaching mode based on collective learning can also be divided into synchronous teaching and asynchronous teaching. The teaching mode based on group learning can also be divided into discussion learning mode and cooperative learning mode. The improved mode combining asynchronous teaching and self-learning guidance can also be divided into courseware learning, online guidance, online question answering, self-learning guidance, and learning evaluation. 5. Therefore, in this experiment, the above 13 modes were used as a test objects. According to the above content, the experimental objects, the determined English online education mode, the Ubuntu 14.04, CUDA 7.5, TensorFlow experimental environment, the Ubuntu 14.04, its version of Linux operating platform, and the computer software and hardware specifications are set as Table 2. Experimental results of the first group. Based on this experiment, the first group of experiments are carried out to verify the pattern recognition method of English online education and its effect on the pattern recognition English online education. In order to record the results of the experiment, 13 groups of modes were selected and expressed in letters as follows: teaching mode based on collective learning, teaching mode B based on individual learning, teaching mode C based on group learning, improved mode D based on the asynchronous teaching and self-study guidance, synchronous teaching A1, asynchronous teaching A2, and discussion learning C1. Conclusion. To sum up, considering the characteristics of e-learning, the research on the pattern recognition method of English online education, based on the feature self-learning algorithm and the convolution neural network, the feature extraction mode of online English education is constructed, and the basic features and depth features are extracted. Z-transform is introduced to standardize the feature dataset of English online education, and Laplace gradient function is used to eliminate the feature errors and missing data of English online education, so as to improve the stability, universality, and accuracy of pattern recognition. This paper infers the important parameters of online English education by using fossil logic theory. According to the characteristics and parameters of online English education, the differences of online online English education are calculated, and all the modes of online English education can be effectively identified. However, the pattern recognition method of English online education in this study only starts from the characteristics and the parameters of English online education, and does not consider the inference error of fossil logic theory to determine the optimal convolution times of a convolution neural network. Therefore, in the future research, we need to further study the pattern recognition mode of English online education, determine the inference error of fossil logic theory, and reduce it to the minimum, find the optimal convolution times of a convolution neural network, and further improve the accuracy of pattern recognition of English online education. With the rapid development of network technology, the application of online platform in English education and teaching has become an inevitable trend in the future. Online learning has been widely used. Online teaching platform provides English online teaching, online testing, and other functions. The intelligent test paper generation technology involved in online testing is becoming more and more mature. The method of pattern recognition of English online education in this study can identify all the patterns of English online education, and the accuracy of pattern recognition of English education is high. That's all. Thank you.